Okay.
All right.
Are the
We
cameras rolling?
Rolling.
Oh, we got
they're
all
on
that.
tripods. Guys, welcome to the episode. Luke and Lewis. We're back. Welcome back. Just thought I would start this one off with a fucking banger.
Wow. For those who didn't hear or just came in a bit too hot there, I said, are the cameras rolling? And Lewis said, no, they're on tripods.
Huge.
Just firing away with a joke before you even hit the button.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, stand-up's back and we're getting in peak form. It's happening.
Yeah.
I've gotten significantly funnier.
Mhm.
I feel I've taken the weights off.
Guys, there's 30 tickets left to the Loogies
Yes.
currently.
Yeah, and I would say that is only because the website that I built is so difficult to navigate that it's actually stopped 50 people from buying tickets.
People were complaining to me a lot over the weekend going, I can't work out how to buy tickets. And I just wanted to be like, oh, fucking you idiot. Bing it, you dork.
Because
Like,
most of the time,
Dude.
in our defense, it's so easy to buy tickets, and if you can't work it out, you're dumb.
I searched it up. Couldn't work out how to buy tickets at all.
Very, very difficult. I
went to buysebastian.net and that didn't even work for me.
Yeah, for some browsers, the buysebastian.net doesn't work. It's obviously because the URL is so popular, everyone's trying to buy
So
merch
too much
from
traffic.
Guy Sebastian,
Or
too
you-
much traffic.
We just bought it off a really shady domain website.
Hey, don't you dare disrespect GoDaddy.com.
Okay.
All right? It's a very well respected website.
Yes.
Okay? The daddy of all URL websites.
So anyway, there are 30 tickets left if you can pass the IQ test to get them.
LukeandLewis5.com, use that, and there's a big picture now that says buy tickets. I
they'll-
fixed that. It looks horrible, but it's at least clear.
Yes, but once you click on that picture, there'll be 3 riddles.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
if you pass the first riddle, you will be granted to the secret maze.
Yeah.
Then if you get through the secret maze, what's there? It's a fake website. We'll tell you go back to the start. You answered the wrong riddle. Then you go back to the first riddle. Repeat process until you cop a ticket.
Yeah. And then when you buy the ticket,
Yeah.
it has an address on it. That's to the actual booth to buy a ticket
Yes.
in real life.
You must go there in person.
No, Luke's joking, but
Wow.
I'll explain the actual real ticket process now. You type in buysebastian.net. That, most of the time, redirects
70% of the time, you would get to the right website.
Okay, so let's say 30% of the time. 30% of the time, you type in buysebastian.net, it doesn't work. So you type in lukeandlewis5.com. That does work. It takes you to Luke and Lewis 5. There's a big banner. It didn't used to say buy tickets, but now it does. It says buy tickets. You click buy tickets. It takes you to a section of loosespears.com that has 2 different options.
How is this any less complicated than 3 riddles?
Look, the point is the buying process is seamless. It takes you to
I'm
loose.
shocked that we sold it out in a day because I couldn't even figure out how to do it.
I know. It takes you to a hidden part of loosespears.com. If you accidentally click off, you cannot find that. You've got to start again. You are presented with 2 options. Buy ticket to live show and attend in person, or buy a participation certificate and attend the live stream. You click whatever one you want. If you're attending, you then have another option. Do you want dinner? Do you want? It's easy. It's seamless.
Yeah,
And
very
I
easy.
can't understand why it hasn't sold out yet.
Anyway, get your tickets. And now for the people, obviously, 99% of you who will not be in the room on the Loogies, which is what we should have addressed first.
Yes.
Because this actually is for most of you listening.
Yeah.
We are going to be live streaming. It's going to be on the Luke and Lewis YouTube channel on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Live. That's what a live stream is.
Yes.
From the Comics Lounge, we'll be broadcasting the show. Now, there will be a pre-award show event happening, hosted, very excited to announce, by our very good friend, Radio Mike.
That's incredible. Huge news for the show.
It's going to be like a red carpet pre-award show, talking to the acts.
Osher Ginsburg vibe.
Yes.
Yeah, like red carpet. What are you wearing? Do you think you're going to win? Do you like your chances? What are you nominated for?
Who do you think's going to take out most disrespectful moment of the year? A lot of pre-awards chat. You are nominated. So was Keelan many times.
Okay, great. Brilliant.
Your flatulence was a large offender throughout the year.
Yeah, great. So yeah, it's not pay-per-view, it's completely free to watch. However, we are spending a lot of money making this event what we want it to be. We're putting a lot of money into it, so we highly encourage doing the super chat, and there's also an option to grab the participation certificate. Think of that as your ticket. It's optional, but we do highly encourage it because this is costing us a lot of money, and we would love to start next year with some production money in the bank to pull off big ideas that we have. So that's highly encouraged. COVID hits us all. Whatever you can chip in, that would be amazing. If you can't, no worries. Just tune into the live stream. We'd love to have you there regardless.
Now, Lewis.
Give us money. What?
Few big things happened on the weekend for myself.
Yeah.
One, ticked off another goal in the World Gym.
Really?
You know how I got objectified by Santa
Uh-huh.
and I was stoked about it?
Yeah.
If you didn't hear last week, Santa called me a hoe 3 times.
Yeah.
I ran past him. He was the lollipop man, dressed
cool.
as Santa Claus. He said, ho, ho, ho. And I was like, damn, I must be looking fine.
Yeah.
Even better,
Mm-hmm.
I was running along the beach.
Yeah.
I went away for the weekend.
Yeah.
And someone tried to scout me for a footy team.
What?
I must have been looking great.
Really?
I met, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Elliot Loney's character, Mr. Parker.
Yeah.
But I met real life Mr. Parker. I had a dip in the water.
Oi, mate!
Yeah, literally.
Really?
I went for a run along the beach. I did
Yep.
8K. And then I will admit, I tried to do it away from people because I didn't want to like people to see it. I went into like a cove of the beach and did a few push-ups and some sit-ups.
Yeah.
And there wasn't too many people around. So then I went swimming in the water.
Yeah.
And then as I got in the water, having a dip afterwards, it was pretty hot. Guy goes, oi, mate. And I was like, what? And he goes, do you play footy? And I went, no.
Yeah.
And he goes, you should. He's like, we could make a damn good footballer out of you. He tried to sell me
Really?
on being in the Coburg under-19s. And I said, mate, I'm 20.
That's
I said,
great.
I'm 24.
That's incredible.
He didn't have a problem with it. I go, oh, man, I'd have to play in the seconds because I'm 24. And he goes, no, I coach the 19s. And I went, yeah, but like, that's an age category.
Yeah. That doesn't
Clearly in Coburg, they don't do that. And he goes, yeah, I'm out to teach Coburg. I'm like, yeah, I can hear it from the kebab in your voice, dude. I was like, I got it that he could, that he was from Coburg. And if you don't know, that's a place where, do you play footy is a sentence
Oi,
that,
bruh.
Bruh.
Oi, brahs.
hey, bruh.
Do you play footy?
Yeah. And
Or do you drive cars?
he
Only
goes,
two activities.
he was like, mate, I'd run you off the back flank. He's like, we could make a damn good backman out of you. And I was like, oh, man, I haven't played footy since I was 17. And he goes, nah, I saw you running. He goes, doesn't matter. And I was like, well, it helps
said
if you
that.
play footy.
Maybe it doesn't matter in Coburg.
Maybe. But nothing matters.
Mm.
I would have been 6 years older
Yeah, that's
than my opponents.
that's so funny that he goes, you're like, oh, I'm 24. And you go, doesn't matter. I coach the 19s. So you're in my fucking team. Just keep that driver's license at home.
It was literally the character that Elliot was
Well, yeah,
doing
that's
of like
word for
just
word.
recruiting 20-year-olds to be in a year 9 footy team.
Yeah, that's actually not real. That's a character.
But I was stoked.
Yeah, that's great.
I must be looking great. I've impressed the Coburg under-19s coach.
You know, speaking of the fitness challenge, I've also been ticking off some goals. I did.
Oh, and by the way,
Yeah.
I just want to make really clear, I've changed the suburb because to a suburb right next door, pretty much, because I don't want this guy to lose his job because he's not a good coach.
Yeah, obviously.
Because I assume someone might play for Coburg and it wasn't your coach.
Yeah.
It was a similar suburb in the
Yeah,
area.
yeah. But unrelated to that,
Yep.
Luke has just started playing footy. So you
For
can see him.
Coburg.
Yeah.
Next year in the 19s.
I've actually been ticking off a few goals as well. I
Yeah.
did an Instagram story, and then my girlfriend screenshot it, texted to me, and just captioned, "Thick neck. The neck's bulking up again. I'm getting my strong neck back."
Right, but you live with her. So it's not like...
No, it doesn't really count, but that was an organic compliment. It needs to be from.
You do have a thick neck.
It's come back, right?
It's going out.
I'm telling you, when I start really gymming, my neck gets fucking huge.
You look like a frill neck lizard.
Yeah, dude.
Doesn't he?
with a six pack, a
Sure.
jack neck lizard.
You kind of...
Yeah, I can do it.
It
If
looks,
I'm ever threatened,
It looks like his ears are wearing flares.
yeah. It's
Cool.
You know what? Aerodynamic.
Yeah.
That's why they call me Lewis Spears, because I'm
No,
pointed at the top.
You
and then
used to look more like a spear.
Yeah. But now I look like a fucking weapon.
Yeah, you look like a rocket now, like a nuke.
Actually, speaking of Lewis and his thick neck, when we were bowling the other day, I filmed an Instagram story of Mike bowling, but I turned it to you, as you were taking off your singlet or something.
Yeah, I noticed that I was wearing a shirt over my singlet, and then it was really hot, so I took the shirt off, and then I noticed my singlet was inside out. So I was just swapping it the other way around, so I had no shirt on, and coincidentally, Keelan's doing a story, puts it on me, and it looks like I'm getting naked at the bowling alley.
But I got probably 15 messages, including one from Rory Lowe, asking what the fuck you were doing and what you were wearing. Everyone was judging you for wearing a singlet.
I was wearing nothing.
I thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
What?
I saw that on the stories as well.
That I was wearing
Because I was
singlet.
away for the weekend, so I wasn't
Yeah.
with you guys bowling that day.
Yeah.
You were wearing like a wife beater, like tight singlet at a bowling alley.
Well,
What's wrong with you?
Originally, I was wearing the bowling shirt that I have over that, but then it got so hot.
What's
I
a
had to-
bowling shirt?
You know, like the loose fucking boxy shirt.
Yeah.
A bowling
like
shirt.
like a collared loose shirt.
What do you mean? Yeah, the
Do professional bowlers actually?
they're just
wear
called
like a
bowling
loose-
shirts.
Professional bowlers wear like proper outfits, but casual bowlers like Lewis.
See, why
Just
would you?
wearing
We
right.
don't need to know the answer to that. It's so
You asked,
boring.
you asked.
You're so that guy when someone is talking about fighting, and go, bro, he's so good at jiu-jitsu. Actually, it's Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and let me tell you the difference.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you asked.
we did
Yeah,
ask.
I
Well,
explained
you
And we regret
literally
that.
pronounced that bowler's name. You referenced a bowler the
Jason
other day.
Belmonte. I was
Yeah, and then you
incorrect.
got called out in the comments for pronouncing his name wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, but that's okay.
I was
Keep going.
I was wearing an appropriate outfit, but then I took it off because it was too hot. But it doesn't matter because
Who wears?
the lady next door to us was talking to me.
Yeah, that's
you know?
right.
Yeah.
Why do you
Getting hit on by strangers.
wear singlets like you're an old man?
Mate, I'm not.
Like underneath your shirts. It's so weird.
No, I just did it because it was hot. I don't wear them underneath singlets, shirts.
I know,
wore
but
it
like,
because it was an appropriate outfit for that avenue until
well,
I
clearly
took the
not
shirt off.
because you could have just worn a t-shirt.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, or buy like
Yeah.
a tank top. Like
Or
buy.
I could have worn just the bowling shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was shocked. Why didn't you just wear a shirt?
Mate, you're just jealous that I can pull off a singlet and you can't.
No, you looked kind of.
Amazing.
I don't want to say creepy. No, that's actually exactly what I was about to say.
Bro, I looked incredible.
You looked like a real Frankston lad.
I had to call the police on the woman bowling in the lane next to me
Why?
because she was obsessed with me. She talked to me afterwards. You were there?
Can you confirm?
She talked
this?
to all of us.
Well, she talked to me and you guys were there.
Well,
And it was mainly a conversation with me and her. You started sweating. You were so nervous.
I didn't want to engage in the conversation because
Yeah,
how
because
old
she
was she
was
again?
creepy. She was so keen. I called police.
How old was she?
Oh, she was probably over
Milf.
40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what was she saying?
She was
I
saying,
wasn't
I
there.
love your singlet.
Yeah.
Well, Lewis was having a fun
Literally,
old time with that.
That's
chat.
the only people
Only-
you got to
only Lewis.
attract if you're wearing a singlet in a bowling
Wives,
alley.
wives,
Is someone who'd be married to another person wearing a singlet in a bowling alley.
Look, I'm just saying it was appropriate until I took the shirt off, okay?
It was wildly inappropriate.
And you know what? I'll do it again.
Sorry,
Okay, I'll do it again.
you shouldn't.
I will.
Just on bowling, when we came in today, Kellen told me that he's been bowling 5 days in a row.
No, it's more than that.
It is more.
It's way more than that. In the last
How many times in the last month have you been bowling?
40.
that now
Is in that games or times?
Probably. I don't know. I'd have to actually work it out. I've been like every single day. Like Mondays
Sometimes he's done-
Mondays and Wednesdays I take the day off because I got stuff to do. But every day that I have free, I'm bowling.
Untrue. We went bowling at work last Wednesday.
that's a lie. Yeah, we
Yeah.
went during lunch.
Yeah.
Right. Actually, you can listen to that on the Patreon, the secret
on the
Patreon,
Patreon
episode.
podcast.
We recorded a whole episode of the Patreon podcast at the bowling alley. So
Advertising it as an episode is false advertising. We recorded voice memos because we forgot the microphones.
sorry, we?
Keelan forgot
Yeah,
the mic
yeah,
because he was
right.
very focused on bowling.
Yeah.
I was excited to get there.
Now,
Think about his technique.
you're not a member of a bowling alley.
You can't be a member.
So this must have come as quite a cost.
But Beck at Frankston's Own Bowling actually gave me a massive discount the other day.
Did you just give them
Because-
a plug? Take
No,
it back.
I
Take it
didn't
back.
give a plug.
Beck hasn't earned that.
No, she has.
How?
She's a bloody legend.
Oh, okay.
$6 games.
You realize the only reason she's done that is because you've probably brought her easily over $1,000s of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
Because you keep bringing friends. Have you ever bowled alone?
No, I bring someone new every time I go.
How much money? Do you know how much money?
So
you've
from
spent?
Beck's point of view, you must look like the most unlikable guy ever. Because you never have return. You have all these new people that show up with you and go, gee, this guy must be insufferable because they never come back.
Well, it's Beck and someone else. I don't know her name, but every time I come in, they both look at me and go, "Why are you here again? Why?" Went with Todd the other day, and she goes, "She comes with someone new every time."
Yeah, we went bowling the night before yesterday.
So they're complaining about you being there.
For Mike's birthday, we went bowling.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I'm doing a stream with Todd. And then after the stream, Todd goes, "Oh, are you coming bowling with Keelan?" I said, "No, I'm not. I've already done it twice last week, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
And also, I don't have time. And also, why are you going bowling?" He goes, "Oh, it seems like if anyone comes in the vicinity of Keelan, he goes bowling. You just get a DM. Bowling, question mark?
I got 2
pin
messages last
emojis?
week about bowling.
But Luke was too busy to go.
So you've gone 40 times in the last month. How many days are in a month?
30.
Right. So that's more than days that are in a month.
Yeah. Well, I've played at least 40 to 45 games. So I haven't.
Well, how
been
much-
How much money have you spent?
How much money does
over
that cost?
$500. Because some games are $6, some
You've
games
replaced-
are $12.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Your bad eating habits with now bad bowling habits. You binge everything you do.
It's
Yes.
binge bowling.
You are binging bowling.
But bowling, it doesn't seem like it is quite exertive, and I sweat every time I play. So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
It's
exercising.
physical
He
activity.
fucked his arm so much he's going to see a physio.
A bowling related injury.
Yeah, I can't bowl anymore this week. I've really hurt it.
I told you to stop. The last 3 times I've gone with you, you're going, "Oh, my hip hurts, my elbow hurts, my spine."
Yeah,
The way you do it is so aggressive.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
doing it
you
the way
really
the professionals do.
Throw it down.
Because you're going to a physio.
Like when
Yeah.
we go socially, like when we
Also,
went-
you're not doing it like the professionals because if you were, you'd be winning every game, which you're not.
no, but he exerts himself as much as a professional,
He
but
cares
his
as
aim
much.
is put bad.
My sister, who's like almost a doctor, was like, "You have to stop. You have to take a week off." And
Yeah.
then yeah,
And you were like,
I got
"You're not
told
even a
off.
real doctor. See you later. I'm going to the alley."
I
yeah.
can't believe that you let things take over your life like this.
No, it's really bad.
No, I do that.
It's a-
I've
it's-
done that with Pokemon cards. I'm deep.
You
I've
did
spent just as much money as Keelan has in the last 30 days on cardboard, so can't judge. Although I haven't hurt my elbow going through them yet.
Yeah, I was about to judge you guys, but I looked at the whiteboard, and the next thing is me going to Schoolies accidentally. So I'm a fucking disgrace, just like you guys. Yeah, you're the only one not doing anything bad with your
No,
life,
he's a
Ruben.
Clean.
Oh, you're vegan. No,
What was
that's-
He's vegan.
You're vegan and you have an Android. So
Yeah, he's a vegan with an Android. Could be worse. We're killing it.
yeah. Anyway, guys, so I was partying with some 18-year-olds.
Yeah. Well, some of them are 17.
That's true. That makes it better. So you wrote it down, so you clearly want to talk about
Yeah,
it. I just feel like
absolutely.
I need to explain myself.
Yeah, you fucking.
It just happened.
You were like to me, "Oh, we've been working so hard on the loogies. Stand-up's been killing me. I just need a break." And I'm like, "Fair enough."
and
just,
I did do that.
Just go away, go somewhere. And then I check your stories. You're on fucking Schoolies. How old? You're acting like that's not even that's under 19 behavior. That's why the guy invited you to the team, because the only young dude that would be there at that time is a fucking schoolie.
Yeah. Can I explain myself?
No,
Okay.
you can try.
Okay. So there was no intention of. I didn't even know Schoolies was still happening.
I thought it was cancelled.
Because when I went on Schoolies, I went on late November, first week of December. It was like December
I never
11th,
went.
December 12th when I was there.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's definitely over. Plus, Phillip Island's not the place you go.
No, you
For
do
that,
it.
I
You do
didn't
it
think.
like at a
Lawn.
radio station.
Sure, like what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Schoolies was great.
Yeah. You get a fake tan.
Almost had a blackface scandal.
Yeah, people call you Chris Lilly. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
So Meg and I went out to a pub to have a meal, right?
Yep.
And one drink.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. Here we go.
and
Yeah.
then I was like to Meg, I was like, oh, there's like a good deal. Like you could get a mega jug for like $24 of
Yeah,
this
Meg.
beer. And I was like, oh, it's one of my favorite beers. You know, been working hard. Let's split a mega jug.
Yeah.
Right. So then I was like, so then I had like 4 beers or whatever.
Yeah, 4 mega jugs later.
Yeah. Then I noticed to Meg while we're having our meal, I was like, there was a lot of young people around.
Yeah.
They were kind of rolling into the pub. We kind of went there at the old person time, like the family time. We rocked up to the pub at like 6 p.m. to have dinner.
Yeah, well, you got to start early.
Yeah.
You've got a lot to catch up on. You've been working hard.
No. So I was like in and out by 7 type thing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wow, there's heaps of young people. And I was like, maybe it's a footy trip.
Yeah.
Then there was a lot of young girls rolling in. I was like, maybe there's a footy and netball trip happening. Then all of a sudden, the pub just started to get packed out. A few people started say hi. They listened to the show, which is great.
That's great. We love that.
A few people saying they're part of the People's Union,
Well, I don't like that.
which is awesome.
I don't like that. Join the elites.
Don't worry. A lot of people telling me they're not voting for me because it was funny that you turned my mic up.
Yeah,
So
that was a good one.
it was
And-
mixed.
Yeah, and if you'd like to join the elite union, if you're a fan of good ones, join us. If you like, supporting the people in bad comedy, we don't want you.
Hey, bad comedy's uncalled for.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, comedy.
Then the night escalated, and I
You
missed.
can't be taking them home.
I was there with my girlfriend. Okay.
I know, which makes it worse. All right.
I missed a few warning signs early because again, I still didn't know it was
You didn't
Schoolies.
notice, like seeing an old lady pub packed with young people.
No, it was a young person pub, but like
Okay.
a 20-year-old, like people our age pub.
Yeah, okay.
Then
okay.
it was like a noticeable amount of people quite a bit younger, like 18.
Yeah.
And there was
Which
a
you
few,
never see in a pub, really. Like
Really ever, a
18-year-olds
bunch
by
of them?
themselves.
Yeah. And I noticed, here's was one warning sign that looking
Yeah.
back on it now, was stupid. I watched an 18-year-old, I watched this guy pay for a beer with coins. And I remember thinking, that's so fucking weird. Like, what a
Yeah.
cheapskate, dude. Just at least break a 10 or don't. He was like counting out and then the lady had to do it. I remember like thinking, that's weird.
That is so like just afforded the ticket for Schoolies
Yep.
and that's it because I didn't have a part-time job.
Yeah.
For sure.
So that was one warning sign that I missed. And then I was getting maybe me having a bit of an ego. I was like, geez, I'm popping again. I had a TikTok go viral last week.
Yeah.
So I started getting recognized a lot more than I ever would.
Which is TikTok.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that seems odd. But then I was like, nah, man, I'm just popping. That's pretty normal for me. I head out. It's not normal at all. So that should have been the second warning sign. Our demographic is just finished high school,
Yes.
apparently,
Yeah.
as I found out. And then the third warning sign, I'll admit, was a girl driving down the street, standing out of the sunroof of her car.
With her tits out.
Not just her bra on, but
okay.
like more as a meme.
Oh, well, commit. That's pathetic.
Past the pub,
Yeah.
screaming.
Yeah.
And I went, man, people are just gearing up for Christmas.
Yeah, that's a big red flag.
Then I asked someone,
A big red bra.
I said, hey, why are you guys all here? And they went, Schoolies. And I went, what did you say? Did you say big red car?
He said big red bra because he's been listening to the Wiggles all week.
I said big red car.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
You said big red bra.
I said big
And
red
he said
bra,
big red
which
car.
was not referencing.
Quietly said big red car.
Yeah, great. And where are we now? Are we in a good spot?
I'm-
or are we completely out
I'm
of the
glad
fucking
you didn't
story?
say yummy, yummy.
A couple people heard me say it and laugh. I bet ya.
Anyway, so it turns out I asked
That's
someone.
my thing.
My suspicions were correct.
Yeah.
It was Schoolies, but it was week 3 or 4.
Oh.
The week starting week 4. So they're all pretty late because I think a lot of their trips got cancelled to Queensland. A lot of things got shifted around
Yeah.
and postponed. And then, I'm not going to lie, we got chatting to a few people listening to the podcast.
This is
a couple of mega jugs
this
later.
doesn't represent the show very well.
Things escalated.
Yeah, okay.
Meg was having fun.
Yeah.
Then we went down to the PR.
No, you can't, you're a toolie, bro.
It was a thing of like, they were like, oh, there's going to,
This is getting worse and worse and worse. This story's going to end with, and then anyway, so a king hit some kid.
They said there's going to be a fight. And I, and I was like, oh, I have to see the fight.
No, you don't.
And then there was a fight. It sucked. And then someone said,
What was it about?
I don't know. There was people with machetes or something.
What? What are you doing? This sounds like my story.
There wasn't. I didn't see anyone. Apparently a guy the night before had to be flown out. Someone's mate got like chopped up or something. And
Hectic.
I don't know.
Who brings a machete
Dude,
to
they're 18.
Schoolies?
It was probably like a pocket knife. I have no idea. Like, it sounded kind of bullshit.
That's crazy. That's like, imagine packing for Schoolies and being like, I got my loose change, I got my fucking sword.
Like, and then, like, someone's like, oh, there's letting off fireworks. I just, like, wanted to see what was happening.
chaos, yeah.
Because I would go down there a lot to Phillip Island, and I was like, I've never seen this.
Yeah,
This
for
is
Schoolies.
crazy.
You've never seen that at Schoolies when you go?
No, because I don't.
Well, you just
Get
said
a
you go
Schoolies
down there a
in
lot.
24, but I am going to be playing Kovac under 19s next year with a few of my new friends
Yeah.
from down there. No, and then I just honestly just kept getting like stuck talking to people.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the drinks are flowing.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I'm drinking on a beach with a bunch of 18-year-olds.
Back at a
And
hotel.
yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I left at a reasonable time. I
Yeah.
think I left at like 10:30 or 11.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
For you in the morning.
No, not the next day. Oh, that's not true. I think I left at about 1:30.
There's no way you left at 10 p.m.
Yeah, I
You're a
think-
liar.
Yeah. No, you're right. That was a lie. I just realized that.
Yeah.
I think I went to leave and then
And they're like,
some
all
guy.
right, one more fight.
Yeah,
Let's go.
So I'm like, you know, like the big legend in the bucket hat and the
Yeah.
crazy clothes.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
bucket hat guy is
Yeah.
in every friendship group.
I
That
did
guy
know.
that rocks up to the house party wearing the bucket hat. He's like, "Hey, party's
Yeah.
here," and everyone loves him.
he was awesome.
and he gets, and if someone else shows up with a bucket hat, everyone goes, "Take it off.
did
You're
one
not
of
the
those-
bucket hat guy."
I did one of those things that all the young kids are doing. What's it when you pierce the drink and you?
Shotgun.
I did that. I haven't
Yeah.
done one of those in like 6 years since
Yeah?
Schoolies.
That's really sad. That's really sad that you are excited about that.
I was
I did Toolies. It was great.
no, it was
Yeah.
weird.
Mm.
It didn't feel like Schoolies because it was such an.
Yeah.
It was kind of sad that everyone was there.
It was, it was like everyone was really trying to do Schoolies.
It
But
didn't feel
it's
like when
not.
we did it.
Yeah.
It was just like a bunch of people sitting at the beach with their friends.
Well, should we go next year?
No,
Oh,
no.
accidentally.
No, and I was trying to, and I was trying to avoid.
Yeah.
People kept putting me on the Instagram story, and I was like, no, I don't want to. no, I'm
Yeah.
not here.
You know, Frenchie did that as a joke, as like, look at the fucking dickhead that goes to
but it
Schoolies.
didn't like. It didn't occur to me until
Yeah.
I was like 2 hours into it that I was shotgunning a UDL on a beach with
That is so fucking bad. That's like, you're going to end up on a current affair. You'll be shotgunning
The
someone.
fuck?
You're going to watch it on Tuesday night. It's going to be Tracy Grimshaw going, Toolies,
But it's-
ruin Schoolies. And you won't even realize you're going to show up. You'll be right up there.
But I
like,
wasn't-
You'll shotgun a UDL or, excuse me, sir, how old are you? You'll go, I'm 17.
But I wasn't like, it was so weird because I was with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to fuck them or take advantage of people. I wasn't there to hurt people. I was just, that's why it was so
It was
weird.
just a vibe.
I was just there because I'm not one to quit a vibe.
Yeah.
And it was pumping, there was tunes. And they listen to the same music I do. We listen to like Fall Out Boy. It was awesome.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
I have a prediction. Ruben, what did you do for Schoolies? Not much?
I went to Phillip Island.
And?
That explains
It
the
was
type
like
of people
I think
that
it was
I was with.
It was actually I think it was like post Schoolies. So
I
it
knew
was,
it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
there was not a lot going on.
You didn't go to Schoolies.
That was-
You went later when it calmed down because it'd be safer.
Not because it's safer, just because that's not what my friendship group was into.
Yeah.
No, but that's
Bunch of
kind of
nerds.
what it
Didn't
was,
get
really. It
invited.
didn't seem like it was the main event. There was a couple cops around, but it didn't.
Well,
Nothing
the
happened.
lower doing Schoolies in Phillip Island is not the craziest one. It's kind of the cheapest.
What shocked me
most
was
relaxed
it
one.
was about 50% schoolies and 50% people like other young people in the area. Because
Yeah.
people come up and they're like, "Why are you here, bro?" Because they know that I'm older,
Mm.
and I'm like, "Oh, I don't ask me why." And then I'm like, "Oh, sweet," because I'm like 23. I don't know why the fuck I'm here either.
Yeah, I
So
think
there
a
was
lot of people after this year.
That's why
they
it
just
was
wanted a holiday.
That's why it sounds really creepy
Yeah.
on paper. Like I was just hanging out with a bunch of 18-year-olds. It was 50%
yeah.
people who shouldn't have been there.
Yeah. No, I almost booked a
And-
holiday for the same
Yeah.
time. I'm just pushing it back to after Loogies because
Mm.
it's been pretty busy with my content and stuff. Like that, I bet that for sure happened to heaps of people because we got locked down for like 260
kinda
days or
weird.
something stupid.
And because there was still that drinking outside park thing, now you can drink in pubs, so that shouldn't still
The
be a
cops
thing.
have just given up
They've given
on
up.
enforcing anything other than murder. It's like, do what you want, have your fun, no killing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it.
Yeah.
because they can't be bothered. I've been yelling at people for wearing masks wrong for 6 days. I need a holiday.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear the uniform, but punch on. Just don't punch when they're on the ground.
They clearly weren't enforcing excessive sword use, apparently, the night before I was there.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, if you hear about some Schoolies fight, the cops surely knew about it. They were like, let them have their fun. They've been in their homes. They've got to blow off some steam.
Anyway. So that's...
Embarrassing.
Yes. And I knew as soon as I kind of put it on my story just because I knew a few of my actual mates.
You had to put it on yours because otherwise other people would have gone. You would have ended up with one of those infographics on Instagram.
When I put it on my story, it was still in the pub and still I'm going to go home.
Did you get any of your fans going, what are you doing? Did anyone?
That's why I kept on staying, because I kept having people come up to me and
no, I mean like
having
online.
to explain myself.
Online. Did you have people go?
No one thinks it's
I
weird.
don't think no one knows that it's Schoolies, other than people on Schoolies.
But I said I'm a toolie in the story, and everyone was like, "Oh, rad, dude! I go to Philippines sometimes. Hope to see you there."
Yeah, right.
No one. It's shocking how people don't regard that as weird.
Hey guys, welcome to the sponsored segment that we forgot to record. Just putting on our hats now. Angel Grove, sponsor of the show. If you want any collectibles, they currently have a Christmas sale on at the moment, I believe, Luke.
Yes, they do. And if you want a further 10% off that Christmas sale and any figurines, collectibles, we're talking Power Rangers.
Yeah.
My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
Is that, did I say right?
Macadamia.
No, I keep saying it right and you keep making me doubt it. And it's not good advertising.
Yeah,
for
well,
them.
no, it's not good
because they
advertising
don't sell
for,
nuts.
for My Hero Macadamia, but for Angel Grove, it's great.
Yes.
Just check the website to find out.
And they
how to
also
pronounce
do a bunch of like fun stuff. If you're less into that nerdy stuff, as I'd call it.
Cool stuff.
Nerdy stuff.
Cool
There's
shit.
also Star Wars, Fast and Furious, Avengers.
They got the Digimon little fucking Pocket Monster re-release things. They're really cool. They got Pokemon cards,
and they've
Dragon
sent us
Ball
a
Z, everything.
bunch of awesome stuff that we've been having on our set. So if you've been enjoying looking at that, you can get it at angelgrovecollectibles.com. Use our code SOUNDOFF for a further 10% off that Christmas
Shop
sale.
local this Christmas, guys.
Do it.
Australian business. We love that here. Use our code. It supports our show and they support us. They're a great partner of the show. So scoop up those savings. Anyway, that's the end.
Oh my God. Oh, fuck. That scared me.
I wanted to do something on the show it's a little bit of admin, but it's probably not enough admin. I keep forgetting my bin night every fucking week. I forget.
Look outside. That's what everyone else does.
No, but I just forget every time. The problem is
You don't go outside.
no. My issue is I have a reminder.
That's
on
your
my
problem.
phone. Literally the issue is my street is so
No,
fucked.
but you don't go in your street.
No, I go down the street. I go down
Clearly
the street.
not, on
I
bin
go down
day.
the street in the morning and then I don't leave my house.
See, I go for a run or I'm coming home from here.
Yeah.
So like every bin night
Yeah.
is like I see the
Yes.
street full of bins and I go, it's bin night.
Yeah. Now the issue is, as we've talked about on the show many times, no one in my street seems to know when the fuck bin night is or what bin night it is, whether it's recycling, green, trash, whatever. No one has any clue what it is. So the bins get put out so sporadically. I've never seen anything like it. Where I used to live, bins out at like the same time, the whole house at the same time. This street is so fucked and no one knows what's going on. And my reminder doesn't really, I go, oh yeah, I'll remember that. And then I forget. So what I need everyone to do is just like every Wednesday, if you guys could just DM me, let me know that it's bin night, that'd be great. Just to really, just every single Wednesday, just shoot me a little DM and go, hey, Lewis, it's bin night. All of the listeners, I would really like that. No, I'm not going to regret it because 3 weeks in a row, I've woken up at 5:30 in the morning because I hear the truck to go put the bin out.
Do you run out?
Yeah, I run out in my fucking pajamas, and the truck driver has seen me 3 weeks in a row. And the first time it was like, you left your bloody bins out. The second time was like, oh, you've done it again. The third time he just laughed at me. He was like, you fucking idiot. Again. And I can't let it happen again.
You must get so excited coming into your house going, yeah, he's the guy who forgets his bins.
I know, because the trunk goes up one side, not my side, and then it turns around.
back.
So I do have about 40 seconds from when I hear the truck. Because if I just heard the truck and it was on my street, I would miss it. But I have 40 seconds, and I see him watching in the rear view.
I've done that
mirror.
once where I've run out because I've heard the truck.
I reckon I've done it 10 times since I moved in. And it's been the last 3-4 weeks in a row.
Adulthood is not like we're not coping well.
No.
Like you're probably less.
You know what? I don't even know if it is Wednesday. Hey Siri, show me my reminders.
Oh my god! Because now people are going to remind you on Wednesday, and you're going to put it on the wrong night, and you're going to be like the next morning. Why did they click my bin?
Yep, tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, no, that's
Tomorrow's
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
That's Tuesday. Please tell me
Oh
on
my
Tuesday.
God.
Today. Okay, yeah. Don't tell me on Wednesday. It's Tuesday.
Hang on. Do they get collected on Tuesday or Wednesday?
Oh, they get collected Wednesday morning. See, this is
You
why
need
I
to
think
put it
it's
out on
Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, you need to tell me on Tuesday because I think it's Wednesday
You need
because
to
the
put it out
last
the
few
night
Wednesdays
before.
I've done it in the morning.
God.
So yeah, Tuesday, just DM me. Let me know. It's very important.
Okay, that's good.
Just
All
checking
sorted.
things off.
I got sent quite a peculiar video by Keelan of interest to the show.
Okay.
Keelan shot
On
me it during the
what?
week. It's starring our other editor and good friend Ruben.
Oh, okay.
Hi. Hello there, guys.
Hello, you're here. This one I was shocked I'd never seen it.
Yeah.
People who may not know, Ruben's been doing stand-up comedy.
Should we plug the phone in to this audio, or should we?
Nah, it's a visual video.
Okay.
Do you shoot it to me on?
I sent it to the Luke and Lewis account.
Oh, that's why I can't find it. Oh, now
That's why
you do stand-up comedy.
That's correct.
People may not know, but doing open mics and stuff. How's it
Yep.
going?
It's going great.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Not a lot of gigs at the moment, but
Yeah, you're doing
they're
pretty
trickling
well.
back.
We did a gig together.
we did.
Luke did quite well. I did quite well.
Can
Ruben
you
got booed
find
off,
it?
But it's part of the process.
Keelan?
Didn't happen.
He did well. He did well.
Huh?
I said you did well. I did well. Ruben got booed off, but it's part of the process.
No, Ruben did great actually.
Yeah,
the
Ruben
other
did
night.
very well.
Oh,
Ruben is much better than he should be for the amount of experience. You're going to make a lot of people angry.
The video's been taken down.
Reminds me of me.
Oh, that's why I couldn't find it.
So what we should have done is
This
just
is great.
saved
So
it.
you guys didn't. You guys are like, we'll put that in the show,
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
won't save it. So now we've
I
done
was
all
wondering.
this
I was
build up.
searching through my phone. I was like, it should be here.
I
This is
think I
great.
know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Are you sure it's?
Okay, so there's I'll just
in-
describe
on
it to
my
you, Lewis.
profile?
Oh no,
Tagged?
Lewis doesn't know, Ruben. So I'll
Hmm.
describe it to Lewis. You would think, what would you do to entertain an audience at a comedy open mic night?
Jokes.
Comedy,
Yeah, comedy.
jokes.
Yeah,
Oh, that's-
comedy, jokes, crowd work.
Oh, I have it.
That's pretty much it. Keelan's got it.
Gymnastics?
No.
Would you do gym? Well, you wouldn't do any type of showmanship, any gymnastics. You wouldn't do a flip, would you?
That's-
Because you can write a joke,
yeah,
and
yeah,
you don't need to rely on
well
backflips.
No, it depends. I've done physical stuff before. Isn't
Right.
It part, if it was part of a joke, like
Sure.
the punchline was a backflip.
But what about if
maybe?
the audience was just cheering for you to run against the wall, kick off the wall, then do a backflip to end your set because you couldn't write a closer?
Oh, hang on. It's not part of a joke.
I don't know, is it? Because I got sent a video of
Yeah.
you just doing a backflip
Keelan's got
at
a
an
video.
I
open
sent it to
mic,
me.
Yeah.
and I know
Show me.
that it's like it's a place where I've done gigs there before.
Yeah.
And at not one point was I like, this room calls for some backflips.
Well, also you can't do a backflip.
Well,
That's
that's
true.
irrelevant because this is comedy, right?
There's Ruben.
Silence.
So this is
Warming
the
up.
crowd, by the way. So they're not.
Complete silence.
One guy.
Now, Ruben.
How dead is the room before you do it? Ready?
The guy filming. The whole audience. You go ready, and then the guy filming goes, "Yep, supporting my mate." That's so open mic. That's
Anything
awesome.
to say?
Well,
How did that come up? Is that the punchline of a joke, or did you just finish your set and you were like, "Oh, it needs something to close it"? Because that happened to me at the Comics Lounge. I
Yeah.
finished all of my planned material, and the last joke didn't hit because it was a new bit, and I had this "oh fuck" moment. I need to pull something out of my ass
If
to
you
get a
could do a
laugh to leave
backflip.
on. I decided to do some old stuff that I knew worked, real
Okay.
quick shit, and then
Yeah.
I was like, "That's my time. Thank you very much." Got a laugh, fucked off.
Yep.
You were like, I don't have any old material, but I did used to work at a trampoline place.
Yeah, I'll be the first time I did it. I was just trying to get out of a bomb. To
Hang
be
on, the
honest.
first time. The first time?
Yeah, I've done it a handful of times. Or like 3 or 4.
That's awesome.
The first time it was just because material wasn't working because I don't think anyone was getting laughs because there were probably like 3
No,
people in the
that's
audience
normal. That's
at
normal.
open mics. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I was like, all right, well, do you guys want to see a backflip? And then they were like, all right. So
Sometimes
I did a
you
backflip.
do see comedians do that where the room's fucked. It's not necessarily anyone's fault. Maybe there's a few really bad acts and then the
Yeah.
audience is like, well, this sucks. And then you just get up and you just, in your head, you go, if I do material to these people, it's going to make me lose confidence in stuff that I know is
Yeah.
good. So I'm just going to do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
And you were like,
See, in that
backflips.
situation, I usually just like ditch the material and talk to the audience,
Crowd
try
work.
some crowd
Oh,
work or
I
something.
suck at that. Can't do that.
Right, so
But that's why you have to do it. You just have to. I was like that. Luke was
Yeah.
always much more natural with crowd work, and I was like, oh, I'm not good at it. And then I would just never do it. And then whenever I did do it, I would bomb. And then I just was like, you know what? I needed to learn.
you know what, man?
Talking to people, backflip's easier, mate.
No, but that's
That is true.
That's why
true.
I suck at backflips because I've never been on stage and been like, I should just practice.
That's great.
So
I did actually work it into a joke, but I can't remember what it was. But I can't remember. But it
Well,
was
how-
actually
how
part
about
of the
this?
joke.
well, I
at
was
the time.
thinking you've got a gig coming up.
I do have a gig
Very
coming
important gig.
It's at the Loogies. It's
Most
Ruben's
important gig of your career.
first
Absolutely.
ever gig in front of over 30 people.
out. Definitely.
It'll
First
be-
ever ticketed event. First ever paid event.
And
First
first ever
ever
comedy
event
club.
where. First ever comedy club, so he has to impress the owners so he'll get invited back. First ever time he'll perform to people who know who he is.
No pressure.
So
And
not much pressure at all.
the audience size is
Huge.
about 8 times the size of what you used to.
Yeah,
220.
So I was thinking,
that's sick.
I'm not saying you're gonna bomb.
Every time we talk about it, he goes, oh, fuck.
No, I'm not gonna bomb.
I'm not
I'll-
saying
I'll
you're
do
gonna
great.
bomb,
Thank
but
Because he could do a backflip at the end.
knowing you have a safeguard,
you. Yeah, yeah.
if at any point during your set opening the Loogies, a joke doesn't hit, if you're in the audience,
Yeah.
you know what to request.
Okay.
That's good for you and the audience because
Yeah.
they're more comfortable going, now, even if Ruben sucks, we're going to get to watch some great gymnastics.
Sure.
So they're more comfortable when you get on knowing that the next 5 minutes is not going to be all bad.
Yeah.
Not that it will be. It should be great.
It'll
Thank
be
you.
great.
And it's also a safeguard for you going,
It's just
even
a
if
buffer.
none of these jokes work,
Yeah.
should you maybe close with the backflip?
Well, there's an issue, Luke, with your proposed plan of if the backflip only happens if no one laughs, there's a lot of incentive to, as soon as Ruben comes out, just sit in silence and cover your
Just to
mouth,
say a
which we
backflip.
don't want.
Should you open with a backflip? That's bold.
Oh, that's
Should you
pretty bold.
only do a backflip and then finish the set?
and leave?
Welcome to the stage, Ruben. He comes out, says nothing, no mic, backflip, fucks off. How about that?
Yeah. Well, I don't want it to become like a fog bit thing where
You know what?
where
True.
everyone's just chanting for a backflip and I'm trying to tell a joke.
No, we don't want that because that's the fog bit. At no point could Luke break his neck during the fog bit. He might break the neck of the people listening
We
to it
haven't-
as they throw their heads back in laughter.
We haven't discussed this. I haven't thought about this.
You should
The
do
fog
5
bit.
minutes of backflips.
Is that gonna still be a thing?
Well, if they earn it, you know, if they
No, but do you think people like? Do people still want to cop a fogging? I guess
you
we'll
know, I
find out.
haven't seen much.
The
much
momentum
of.
has definitely died, but that's because there's been no shows for a year.
Look, as the official representative of the fog bit, I am going to have to do some market research. I can't guarantee that it will be performed, but I'm going to have to assess the demand, see what it's like. Because the last thing you want to do is release, you know, like an album when no one can come see you on tour.
Sure.
You know, you don't put out the single if you've got no album, if you've got no tour.
Mm-hmm.
We really need to control the release of this, the best bit of all time. So,
What's your market research going to consist of?
what do you reckon, guys?
Is it you just going to post about?
That was to them. That was it. That was my market research. I'll report back to you next episode.
Okay, great.
Guys, what do you reckon?
Cool, great. Thank you. Good. I picked the right man for the job.
Yeah, no worries. You know, that's why I'm the representative. That's why every time you perform, I get 15% of ticket sales.
That's
if
not
you
true.
do that bit.
Ruben,
Yeah.
what are we? Let's.
What are we thinking
What are we
backflip?
thinking for backflip?
I'll keep.
I want to see it personally.
Yeah.
I
You
wanna
did it
see
off a wall in this video here.
Yeah.
Can
Can
you
you
do a
only-
freestanding one?
I can do it freestanding.
Yeah,
Not
we've
as not
seen
as
you do it.
well. I'll
Oh, yeah,
probably
you
have
did
to
the
do a
last
few practices, but yeah.
Oh, during the set, a couple practice runs.
No, pre loogies. I'll do some practices. I'll just keep my back pocket, and it'll appear at some point. I'll say that.
Okay.
Know that.
All right.
Wow.
That's good.
I'm excited. The bar has been raised. And by the way, if you're watching the stream, I don't think you will see that. That's going to be in the room only. We might release the clip afterwards of just the flip. We just don't want to burn
probably
Ruben's
not going to
material.
release any material because it's the stuff that we want to tour and stuff for all of us that is really still being worked on. It's all quite raw stuff.
My stuff's being live streamed though.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Keelan's set will be live streamed. So
Keelan was gracious enough for the internet to see his D's nuts jokes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he's going to be doing. I think he's going to be doing some
taking another year off
classics.
tour, so I can burn this stuff.
Oh, really? So you won't? So you'll do this and then you won't tour?
Is this your
Yeah.
final gig?
This is like Keelan's comedy special.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly.
Is this your last gig? Do you reckon?
No, I'll do it next year.
No, you can't.
We'll see how you do.
You were really lucky to be invited back.
You can't just say I'll do it next year.
I
Like
didn't
that's
even get
his
an invite.
choice.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
demanded I would do it. If you recall, the conversation was I am doing it.
That's
not,
true.
Okay,
will
how
you
about
do it?
this? You can do next year if you end your set with a front flip.
Okay. Can you teach me?
Front flips are harder than
Front
back
flips are way
flips
harder.
on the
Are they?
ground.
Yeah,
on the
'cause
ground,
you have to
yes.
go further.
You need a run up.
Oh, and then if you fuck it up, he'll just do a stage dive and break his neck. Stage dive to a seated audience. He'll kill 6 people.
I'll do it.
No, you won't. We're not. There's going to be no acrobatics
You know,
in
this is-
Keelan's set.
It's gonna be sad when you do a tumble roll on the stage and people clap and go, "Well, he tried his best." And I wouldn't want you to take away from Ruben's flip. So I don't think you'll be doing any gymnastics during your set.
No danger of that, guys. Don't worry.
Okay, well now,
Well, you
now
haven't
Ruben's
seen these
excited.
nuts jokes live.
You know, do you have any idea how disappointed you're going to be when your backflip gets so much more than your jokes? Not because the
Yes.
jokes are bad, just because the audience, from how we've talked about this,
Yeah.
are going to be like, "Fuck the jokes, I want to see the flip."
But have
Well, I think it'll be worse for you guys when my backflip does better than your jokes.
Well, we've already had our hearts broken by a man doing these nuts jokes, getting 3 standing
can-
ovations in one set, so we'll be fine.
our audience cannot
We're
further
over
hurt us from the last year's tour as we
over it.
watched our editor get 7 standing ovations and then I just got chanted fog bit at for an entire tour.
Really, it seems like I'm getting off really well from
Yeah.
the previous 2 loogies.
If,
You know,
thank
like-
God the fog bit is the best bit of stand-up comedy to ever exist. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I'm stoked with this. You know, not only have I got no fuck shit to do on my set, I'm going to win best co-host. I'm going to win most of the loogies as well. It's going to be a great night for me.
You're going to win. I thought you were part of a union.
Well, I'm going to win.
See
but
how he speaks
our
about you
victory-
guys? He doesn't care.
We'll have to have a chat about that,
Yeah,
Lewis.
yeah. Well, obviously they'll come around. You know. Speaking of awards, have a look at what came in today. We've got our
Ooh.
engraved Loogie Awards. I have here the Loogies Trophy. Luke Kidgel is currently holding the most prestigious award, Best Guest.
Best guest of the year 2020.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be putting that to a live vote on Thursday's episode.
Thursday's episode, there'll be a live vote that you guys can vote in for Best Guest. We're going to try and get a bunch of
A lot of great
pictures.
guests this year.
Really, really strong competition.
Darren Levy, great guest.
Yep.
Funny Uber rides. Frenchie, Alex Williamson, ripped a bong on our show. Strong
Disrespectful.
contender. I think Darren's story of the guy using his cock as a joystick.
Yeah, very good.
Strong content.
Billy
Daniel
Darcy.
Tocknell.
Daniel Tocknell.
Yes, Billy Darcy, compelling arguments.
Yeah.
Instead of just trashing everyone else,
Mm-hmm.
he went. Sorry. Instead of uplifting himself, he went at everyone else.
Yeah, everyone else's
Interesting
strategy has
tactic.
been be funny on the episode and tell people why they should vote for them. Billy Darcy took the opposite route. He was very funny on the episode, but then he was like, okay, I'm not going to tell you why you should vote for me, but here's why you shouldn't vote for anyone
Yeah.
else.
And to be honest, it was pretty compelling and strong argument, and I think he's an outside chance to get
Yeah,
it.
I think so.
Was Friendly Geordies this year? No, that was last year. Okay, because I just remember Billy having a crack at Friendly Geordies, but he was
Yeah, that was unnecessary.
he
That was a war
wasn't even
crime.
up for the award.
Friendly George is a civilian.
Got Dilrook, Jai Singer. We have Jack Post, Rory Lowe. Was that Rory Lowe this year? No, Rory
I'm
Lowe's.
Alex.
I'm
Oh,
Alex.
Yeah, Rory wasn't this year.
Rory
yeah.
wasn't this year.
I'm Alex. And other people. We need a list, man.
We need a
Blake
list.
Pavey.
Blake
Blake
Pavey.
Pavey,
Blake
great
Pavey.
guest.
Kieran
Kieran Davidson.
Kieran Davidson, Big Brother guy.
who we definitely were aware of his content before
Love Big Brother.
he came on the show to talk
Coming
about
back.
Big Brother.
Yeah.
Who else?
Big Brother's coming back. That's all I was saying.
Okay, no one cares.
Finish is filming this week. but
Anyway,
that's
very
irrelevant.
prestigious award, and a lot of people up for it this year. Probably the most
Stiff competition. So
Yeah,
if
last year-
before you vote, we would really
Oh, and
recommend-
Radio Mike defending
Mike.
the title.
Oh, yes.
Here's one we realized during the week at a gig. We were gigging with Durock. Now,
Oh, yes.
he's won a Logie
Yeah.
before. Who cares?
I would say a Logie Award winner, can they even win a Loogie?
Well,
Do we want that dark shadow across the Loogies event, a Logie Awards recipient?
I actually said to him,
Yeah.
he said, "Oh, I'm up for a Loogie," and he goes, "Well, that's far more prestigious than a Logie." And then he laughed afterwards, which I hated. I was like,
So
"What are
he was
you?"
joking.
Well, I hope not, because I was like, "What's the joke?" Of course.
Yeah.
And then
Maybe
I
he
said,
was thinking about the Logie Award
and he was just
in that
laughing at
moment. A Logie?
television. Maybe.
Maybe.
He does do great work on television, but unfortunately, no one's there to see it. But a lot of people saw
Yeah.
his episode, which is great.
Yeah.
I gave him a hard bargain.
Yeah.
I said, right, well, if you win the Loogie,
Yeah.
you have to throw out the Logie.
Yeah.
And-
They can't share a shelf.
He agreed.
Oh, really?
Well, he laughed afterwards, and I hope that he was still laughing at
The Logie.
the Logie. But
So it's 100% confirmed
I was
from what I'm hearing. That,
Sure.
that if he wins a Loogie, he will bin his Logie.
Yeah.
He'll bend it on stage, is what I'm getting from this. He'll fucking bend it. Because they're metal, they can bend. He might not be able to break
I
it
think
very, very hard.
we'd
but he'll
have
bend
to
it.
call him to find out.
Okay.
I mean, I can try calling him
Yeah,
now.
give him a call right now.
He may not pick up. Haven't
Yeah.
planned this.
We'll edit it out if he doesn't pick up.
Dilrock, it's Luke.
Speaking.
Luke Kidgel. I'm offended that you don't have my number.
Oh, mate. I mean, yes. And literally, what's the noise you can hear in the background?
What's the noise?
Yeah, water. Do you hear water?
Are you at a urinal?
No, not quite. But I thought that might be the case. It was a real roll of the dice to have an unsafe number. I'm doing my dishes.
Yeah, right.
Sounds like I'm having severe diarrhea.
I'm here with Lewis. We're just doing the show.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're aware that you are nominated for Guest of the Year.
Am I aware? I have a Google alert for my shit. And
Good.
as soon as I found it, I called mom and dad and said, you know what? 2020 has been a bad year, but like we might be ending strong. Yeah.
Yes. Now,
Good, very prestigious.
obviously, you've won a Logie, which, by the way, our event has no affiliation with.
Well, first of all, before we go any further, am I on air? Am
Yes.
I being recorded?
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
Well, you're meant to tell me. What if
Alright.
I reveal some like stuff that like I don't know? To be fair, I've been so open and honest on your podcast, and which I told Lou about that mom and dad listened to that episode and they were a bit. Let's just say they just learned some new stuff about their little boy.
Yes.
I was like, it's just this Luke and Lewis just bring it out in me. Mom, I don't use the C word that often.
Yeah. It's being in a
fault.
room with Lewis Spears. It's
Sorry
hard.
about that.
It rubs
Yeah.
off on you.
Yeah, so yes, I'm aware of the Loogies, and I'm aware that you guys aren't affiliated with it, right?
Good. We just wanted to. There was actually a rule. It's never come up before, but it's always been a rule on our show where if you are nominated for a Loogie and you win
Right.
said Loogie,
Yeah.
you can't also be a Logie winner.
You're going to have to renounce your
You're gonna have
Logie.
to renounce or maybe bin the Logie.
Oof, yeah, look, here's the thing, right? What are we? I won the Logie in July 2018. We are now in December 2020, and when I say I'm doing dishes, I'm actually just a kitchen hand at a pizza place nearby. So it worked out well for me, right? I'm just
A Logie will do that to you.
I'm just scrubbing the dishes here.
Yeah.
And old Pepe is the owner. I think he wants me back soon. So look, basically the Logie hasn't worked out well for me, as you think. So maybe the Logie is the one that has to kind of maybe revive my career post-pandemic.
Right. So can we
should I-
just get a
so I'm
promise?
leaning towards renouncing it. Yeah.
So-
Well,
yeah.
they just can't share a shelf, is all.
Yeah, they just can't share a shelf. So can we just get a promise that if you do happen to win it, there is a strong competition. You're up against the celeb spot king Daniel Tocknell, who is fierce competition. But
Sorry.
so you may not win. But can we just get a promise that in the off chance that you do, will you renounce your Logie and not share a shelf with the Loogie?
I don't even know what a Logie is anymore. that's how much I want the loogie. That
Great.
I've done that thing from Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I've got them to remove that from my brain space.
Good.
So that I can just completely focus on the loogies.
Well, mate, this is the award to get. It's the most prestigious award on our show, and therefore, I guess, in the awards ceremony space. So, great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Look, but who else am I up against? Because I need to start taking some people down.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do I camp
Alex Williamson.
tough competition?
He did rip a bong on our show. That was pretty well received by the audience.
Super on brand.
Jack Post, Cackling Jack.
Oh, come on. These are all heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm a huge Hamish and Andy fan, so I'm a fan of Jack Post, but I'll take him down if I have to.
Radio Mike, who's the lesser known.
Podcast / Radio Mike, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's another one I'm a fan of, but I don't care. I'll sell my soul for this award.
Okay.
Really?
Great.
You know, Radio Mike, I know his Pokemon weaknesses. I know how to get under his skin.
Great. He knows his enemy. Frenchie, I'll be honest, Tilrock, I think you got him covered. I'm sorry, Frenchie. He's probably going to be dead before we even announce the award. He's very old.
He's on his deathbed at the moment.
He's ancient.
How old is Frenchie?
I think 2000. I'm not sure. The last time scientists dated him, they just gave up.
Yeah.
Right, right, okay.
He's very
All right,
old.
So Frenchie's fine, all right.
Well, he's not
You're up
fine.
against Billy Darcy, a comedian from Sydney. Not sure if you've met Billy. Very funny man.
All right, okay. No, I'm not familiar with Billy. Honestly,
Ooh,
that's
Billy
just
would
me-
hate that.
That's me just psyching him out.
Yeah.
We might have met, and I'm just like, yeah, man, I don't even remember
Oh,
who you
and
are.
another strong contender. We may be missing people. You're up against Big Brother contestant Kieran Davidson.
Oh, well, as long as it's not hot dogs, I'm okay.
Yeah. Good.
Simon Deering has been my mortal enemy ever since 2006.
And finally, funny Uber rides Darren Levy. Not sure if you're familiar, but he does some pretty funny
Heavy
Uber rides.
competition. Look, I feel like I've got a bet each way now. So if I win, then I got the most prestigious award on your show. But if I lose, I get to hang on to the Logie. So I think I've got this good. But I think I'm in a good position.
Yeah, but as you said, the Logie hasn't done a lot for you, has it?
You're washing
So-
dishes, mate. You don't even have a
No,
dishwasher.
It's been a good stop for the dishes when I sort of need to plug the hole
Yeah,
in the
great.
sink. It just fits in nicely.
Yeah, good. All right, well,
That's
thank
good.
you very much for joining us, Dilrock. Good luck. And
audiences, please just think of it like this: if you're gonna vote for me, it is a vote for diversity and multiculturalism.
do not
and
pull
it
the
makes
race card.
It makes Luke and Lewis less whitewashed. Come on, people.
Yeah, mate, that
People
might
of
work
colour,
on the ABC. It
BLM,
doesn't work
that's
here.
Mate, that only works at the Logies. I'm sorry.
We go for talent here.
White people watch the Logies. Are you crazy?
All right, see you later, mate.
See you guys.
Bye. Ooh.
That's
Fighting
good.
words
Mm.
from a man that, let's be honest, on an internet-based competition has a lot up against him.
He's got a lot of weaknesses in this competition, but I would say that renouncing the Logie live on stage,
Yeah.
that actually could hit like TV News Week, like that, like TV
Should we
industry
rig
news.
it just to get a Daily Mail article?
Like, that you would, I reckon. Actually, that's a big plus for voting for Dilrock.
He would.
There's a high chance that if he gets on stage and renounces his Logie, that's such a good clickbait headline. There'll be all these boomers in the Facebook comments going, "Oh, he didn't deserve to win it anyway. Fucking Marie from whatever should have won that one."
From fucking Packed to the Rafters.
Whatever.
Is that show even still on?
Whatever TV is, I don't know.
What did he win it for?
What did he win it for?
I don't
Best New
know.
Talent? I think it was like
Yeah,
Best
it was
New.
best new talent.
He won it for Utopia, I think, because he does a show.
Yeah, he was
called
like
Utopia.
best newcomer.
Gillen looked at me like, "What the fuck is Utopia?"
No, I watched that show at the start of the year, and he wasn't a major part of the show. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
okay.
I think it was, but all of his guest appearances and stuff on TV. I don't know how that fucking box works. Mine's not even plugged in.
Well, guys, there you have it. There's one person. We will try and get a few people to send us some. Oh, he's also up against Alex, the international. He's representing the UK.
Yeah, the UK.
So yeah, hot competition and guest of the year. We do have to wrap up the episode.
Yep.
You'll be able to vote for it on Thursday. So have a think about it. Don't rush your vote. You can only vote for one person.
We may also release a little compilation of people's pictures. We should send out some
Yep.
messages today.
We got a live pitch from Tocknell, which we'll play on the show.
We'll have to talk about that tomorrow.
Yep.
We've seen him again. Goodbye. Grab your tickets, lukeandlewis5.com, and your participation certificates if you're going to be tuning in live for free. Think of that as your pay-per-view. It's optional, but we really do appreciate it because, as you will see, this is going to be a big budget, big production event. I reckon we're going to poo all over the Logies. See you later.